This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals.
Talking about that brings me into like balancing your life, like balancing work overload, overworking. What do you do there? Because I know you guys are hustling over there.
Actually, we've got a pretty hard and fast rule that we work 9 to 5 Eastern time and we stop working. We don't send out emails after 5. Dude, I've like been surfing 3 times a week on Lake Austin. I've been playing sand volleyball 1 time per week. I've been taking improv classes at night once a week. I took a storytelling class. I'm hosting cocktail parties. I knocked on all my neighbors' doors and invited them to game nights. Dude, I'm not overworking. I'm having a blast. I'm living life. I'm enjoying life. I'm doing a track day at Circuit of the Americas 2 days this weekend. So I am not the guy who's overworking. And my team's not either. That's been an important part from really my partner because he's had a wife and kids pretty much the whole time. I've been single, so it's easy for me to overwork. But we work hard. We just make sure we're really efficient during the planned hours. And we don't want to guilt somebody into working after hours, taking time away from their family.
Yeah, what's up with the improv? What do you got going there?
Oh, just for fun. It's like a mental workout. I think that's like the best way to say it. So every Tuesday, I'll have class, and then every Wednesday, I'll be an amazing listener. And then by the time Monday rolls back around, I'm back to my old ways. So it's really just like fitness or taking a shower or going to the gym. It's like, well, I thought you did that yesterday. You're like, well, yeah, but I need to do it again. It's what I do. And so it's just become a really nice mental fitness that I've enjoyed and feel that it just makes me a better person.
That's cool. So what are you doing? You're taking the class on improv, like pretty much like you just get a scenario and you improvise?
So the first class is a lot of games, and it's a game that the instructor will like guide you guys through. And oftentimes the game just requires that you're like zoned into what's happening. Otherwise you're going to mess up. And so it really pushes everything else in the world out of your mind and focuses you on the present, which is also an amazing takeaway from doing that class, is I'm just usually more present the following couple of days that week.
That's interesting. Yeah, and I guess doing so some people will work 12, 15 hours a day, and you're probably more efficient than a lot of them because you're hyper-focused and you take, that's taking a break and replenishing your brain to be able to do what you do on your work hours versus off work hours, if that makes sense.
Hopefully. I kind of thought about it like this, though. Like, I have enough money. I am 33 now, and next year I'm going to be 34. And so it's definitely not old by any means, but also I only got 1 year to be 33. So, I freaking grinded a lot in my 20s. I sacrificed a lot in my 20s. I didn't go on trips that my friends wanted to go on. I lived with 3 roommates because I was minimizing my expenses as much as possible so that I could put that money into real estate. I felt like I didn't date because, well, first of all, I lived with a bunch of roommates and I didn't have any money to date. So what was I going to do on a date? I sacrificed a ton in my 20s. And so now that I'm in my 30s, will more money make me happier? Actually, money does, that's helpful. But also, like, what's the whole point? I'm just going to enjoy being 33. And when I'm doing these things as a 33-year-old, that's going to be a different experience than doing them when I'm a 60-year-old. So I really don't want to wait until I'm retired to do a bunch of fun, cool stuff. Like surfing, I don't know. It might be harder on my body in 30 years. So I just want to do that kind of stuff that I'm really interested in while I got the time.
That's a great way to think about it. Yeah, you're only going to be 33 once.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I always dreamed of having this amazing car, and I have the car now. Driving it as a 33-year-old will be a totally different experience than driving it as a 65-year-old. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the same car. I could have it later, but it's just a different experience having it now. And so that's something that I always use when I'm thinking about balance, that you were mentioning.